Hi guys, so I'm sure you've seen a lot of these videos, time lapses of people just painting watercolor and it looking super pretty. And so today I am going to do a quick tutorial on loose watercolor, and I'm just going to generalize floral watercolor, and I'm not going to name any floral names. So this is typically how it would go. I will show you how to do these side florals that kind of look like delphiniums. I know I said I wasn't going to use names, but here I am using names. Roses or big kind of bulb florals. And then these just kind of pretty summery flowers on the side. I won't do these orange ones because there's quite a few of them, and they're actually from the previous tutorial. You remember they're from here. So if you want to know how to do this, just check this tutorial out. You can also add something like that if you wish, but I'm just going to show you how I normally work when I am just ready to kind of put some creativity on paper and just go with the flow. So for my brushes, I am using my number 8, Princeton Neptune, silver black velvet in the 4, the Squirrel Mop brush in the 1, and then for paper I'm using the Canson watercolor. And for colors, honestly guys, you can kind of go with what you prefer and what you like, but I'm using one of my favorite scarlet reds. I'm going to use, I have enough orange going on. I have the blue, which is right here, and I've mixed the blue in with some purple, so I'm using those colors. I am going to use my favorite green, which is like this darker green, and then some brown, which again, you guys know I like my two tones. What else? What else can I use? I might choose to incorporate another color as we go along. Let's just see how that works out. I might not even end up needing another color, for all you may know. So I have my water ready. I have my paper towel ready as well, so I can dab, and we're going to start. So to start off, ideally I like to do 3 or 5 big bulbs and then kind of have the additional florals all around it. So my process would look something like this. So I'm just going to take some of the red and create markings, like C-shaped markings on the sheet, and very loosely kind of go around. Then once I have that marked down, I'm just going to take the Squirrel Mop brush with water on it and then just go around the edges and do like these light flicking movements with your brush. And so there's no color on my brush. I'm just using the color from the color that I've laid down using the, what brush was that? The silver black velvet. And as you can see, it's flowing into other areas. And I'm just using it to go from dark to light. And now if I want to highlight certain areas, I can just go back in with the Squirrel Mop brush and kind of add some more detail to it. You don't have to. It all depends on what your vision is for the florals and how you want it to turn out. Just make sure you're giving it some direction. Right now this floral is in this direction, this one is in that. And you know my two-tone stuff, so I am going to use some of this orange, and I'm just going to flick it. Flick seems to be my word, guys. Just put it around here and there where it is still damp, just so it can blend in nicely. You don't want to overdo it though, so it doesn't look like it's overdone. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Like, I'm good with that, so that's great. Next, to do these, I will do one facing this direction. And so all I am doing here is, again, I'll take my Neptune 8. And I'm going to take some of my blue and get a good amount of it on here. And then I'm just going to lay it on in little dabs like this. And directionally, I want it pointing this way. Okay. And now once I have that, I'm just going to take my Squirrel Mop brush with just water on it. I'm just going to start trying to create the same shapes. And you see how the water kind of just trickles down, and you're able to make those shapes, but it's like a lot lighter. And that's how you get the effect. You lay on the color first and it's nice and thick, and then you go in with a brush that's just with water and you start doing the same action and it pulls the color in. I'm going to go in, get some of the purple and add it while it is still damp so that can seep through and blend in quite nicely too. I want a lot more purple. So it can create that nice effect that I'm looking for. And then again, you can just finally go in and just do a couple more if you want to, and just have it trail off. Like that. And just add some blue, possibly. Yep, and then using the number 4 for the fine tip, I'm going to get some green. And then I'm just going to add some green on the inside so it looks like it's got the green stems. And again, when the green blends into, it is nice. So don't miss out on the green blending. All right, so that's what that looks like. And feel free to use this in different color variations. You could use like the orange and the red, or pink and red. Sorry, pink and orange, giving you that nice corally color. Add some yellow in too if you wish. Like, it's really sky's the limit. And then finally, I'll do another floral here. 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 2 more. Just to show you what else we can do. So for these ones, I'm going to use, which color should I use? I will use another blue. See, I told you I might use another color. Here I am using another color, so I'm not quite sure what blue this is, but let's just put it down and see. So I'm just getting a good amount of blue on here. And I'm just going to do large strokes like this. And I'm just making a petal. You want to keep the white space in between so it's not too, too congested. And then I'll take some of this blue as well and probably dab some purple on too, and then just get more petals going on. And you want the strokes to be loose. So as you can, if you figured it out or not figured it out, I'm not sure, this floral is pointing downward. And I'm just going to add a few more strokes around here so it looks like it's like almost like a dahlia flower with a lot of leaves, not leaves, what am I trying to say? Petals. And it's just facing down. So again, you want to get the different floral, different shades of blue and purple in there. And you might choose, because this seems to have a lot of that too, you might want to add a little more darker color at the bottom, so it looks like it's from dark to light. It's the same concept really for all of them. And then finally, you can go in and add some greenery. And for the greenery, I'll use this brush itself, and I'm just going to get some of my green and some of the brown, and I'll add some here. And then I'll add some coming out from this direction. So the leaves can be any which way you choose to have them. I've given you guys a lot of tutorial on leaves, and it's super simple. You're just literally just drawing the direction you want them to grow or be painted in, and then you're just pushing down and dragging, and then add some at the end from the stem protruding, so it's dark, some color I mean. And then you can just kind of let this trail off. Give it some direction, because that always helps and makes it look a lot nicer. And then I'm just going to add some more leaves off on this side. And again, like this is a loose style of painting, so you don't have to over define things, and just leave it hanging just like that. And that's perfectly okay if you do that. So I'm liking how this is turning out. I'm just gonna add a little more brown, give it a little variation here. Make some smaller leaves at the end, and then kind of just let it trail off, and then possibly just have some yellow buds coming out from here. And so I'm going to get some of my yellow using the Squirrel Mop brush, and then I'm just going to add these florals that literally are just 3 strokes. So like 1, 2, 3. And then maybe some can just can be just 1 stroke, which is indicative of a bud. And so you just leave them. And then again, you're going in, you don't quite see them right now, but when you go in with your green and give it some structure, you see it. There you go. See, it's coming from there. And this one can just be like one that's kind of turned around. And again, these are also coming from there. And if you want to add more, what's the word? Giving it a little bit of extra two-tone, I'm just going in with that darker yellow, and I'm just dabbing it on at the ends. Or you can just put it in as a stroke. Either way, it really does help to bring out the floral and kind of make it jump out of the page rather. So that's that. We can add some over here on this side too. And you're just doing Very loose strokes all over. These can almost act like in lieu of baby's breath or any of those additional florals that you get off to the side. And you don't have to have your green this dark. Say you feel like there's a lot of dark happening already, you don't need to kind of have the dark leaves here. I'm just going to add some dabs of green so it looks like they also have some greenery. And you're taking advantage of the fact that all this is still damp. So you're just adding hints of green here and there. All right, and that's that. Okay. So we have this little painting, and then you have one section here. I'd probably put just a few dabs of the yellow on here as well. Just a few, and kind of just trail off. And then again, I'm using, oh, I had yellow on here too. I'm using the number 4, and I'm going to get some of the green and just add that at the bottom of it. So it kind of does that nice trail off. And then we're doing the vine sort of trail off again. So it just doesn't look abrupt. There we go. And that's that. So this is my rendition of doing some quick loose tutorials. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Please feel free to ask any questions or make any comments in the comments below. If you enjoy these tutorials, please think about subscribing. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter. Sorry, not Twitter. I am on Twitter, not active. Facebook and Instagram. So if you are wanting to share how these turn out, I would love to see them. I love hearing from you guys. It's really motivational. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and we will chat soon. Bye.